Four robbers got into Frank's car. However, Frank didn't start the car, because the number of passengers they had agreed on was 3. Even when the robbers put a gun to his head, he wasn't afraid, because the car couldn't be started without the activation password. Seeing the security guards approaching and the police cars arriving at the scene, the helpless robbers had to leave behind one of their accomplices. Frank calmly entered the password, changed the license plate, stepped on the gas pedal and drove away. The thrilling experience soon made the robbers in the car excited. At this time, a police car caught up. Frank quickly drove into an alley, and the police car was blocked outside by the lifting pillars. However, the robbers couldn't help vomiting due to car sickness. Frank had to stop in order not to dirty the car, but the police car had already caught up from the side. Frank had to accelerate and flee. A sanitation truck blocked their way. Fortunately, Frank noticed a transport truck approaching. He stepped on the gas pedal hard and made the car fly out from the bridge, and it just landed on the top of the transport truck. But the reinforcing police car soon caught up. Frank snatched the robber's gun and shot off the fixing handle on the transport truck. Taking advantage of the car accident behind, Frank drove back to the ground. More and more reinforcing police cars were coming from the front and the back. Frank made a drift and rushed through the railway track, using the train to block the way of the police cars. Finally, he brought the robbers to the agreed destination. Frank also received the promised payment as agreed. After the robbers got into the car and left, Frank quickly changed the license plate and left the scene. After getting home, Frank immediately cleaned the traces in the car, replaced the new license plate, and washed the car carefully. The next day, Frank took on a new order, but the tire had a problem on the way. Frank wanted to take out the spare tire in the trunk, but he found that the customer's package was actually shaking continuously. With high professional ethics, he just pushed the package to the inside. Then he took out the spare tire, replaced it, and continued driving. But soon Frank couldn't hold back his curiosity. He opened the package and unexpectedly found that there was a woman inside. Looking at Li's pitiful appearance, Frank used a knife to cut the tape on her mouth. Then he fed her some drinks with a straw. After feeding the drinks, Frank stuffed her back into the package and continued driving. But Li in the trunk kept making a noise. After Frank tore off the tape on Li's mouth, she said she needed to use the toilet. So Frank untied the restraints on her body and put a rope around her. But when he followed the rope to look for her, he found that Li was already gone.